My wife cheated and left me. When I told her she couldn't have my stuff, she laughed and said she didn't want any of it. But on moving day, when they realized what that meant,
Part 2.
Apologize or attempt to justify the affair. Instead, he cheerfully asked, "Kevin, are you really okay with this unprecedented compensation?" I calmly replied, "That's right. Joanna and I decided before marriage not to divide our assets." At that moment, Liam held hands with Joanna and celebrated. Yes, Joanna and I had agreed that in the event of a divorce, there would be no division of assets, and the compensation I would receive would be minimal. Since I was working, I didn't mind that part. But what made me furious was their complete lack of remorse for the adultery. How wonderful to live in such a stylish house filled with high-end brands. The appliances are the latest too. "It's just the perfect house for me," Liam said, causing a strange sensation to creep over me. As I handed over the divorce papers, I reconfirmed something with Joanna. Even during our marriage, there's no division of the things I bought. I'm taking all my personal belongings with me. You understand that, right? Seemingly not understanding, Joanna paused and then spoke. "It's obvious your plain clothes and bags wouldn't suit young Liam anyway. I have to buy him better things. If I leave your belongings here, they'll just be a reminder of the painful days we had together." It seemed she thought I was talking about clothing and other personal items, and it was easier to let her believe it than to start an argument. "Tomorrow, the movers will take everything, so be prepared," I said. But they were already ignoring me, too busy admiring the house's interior. The next morning, they came to see me off as if they were hurrying me to leave. Ignoring them, I waited for the moving company's arrival. Then right on time, a large truck arrived. The workers energetically called out to me, "Thank you for choosing us today. We have another truck waiting nearby, so please don't worry." Liam, with a clouded expression, hesitated as he approached me. "Do you have that many personal belongings?" I held back a laugh and barely managed to answer, "The house itself belongs to Joanna, but all the appliances and furniture are mine. That's why I said there would be no division of property." Hearing that, Joanna rushed over to me, her face turning bright red. "All the furniture and appliances are mine." Part 2. My wife cheated and left me. When I told her she couldn't have my stuff, she laughed and said she didn't want any of it. But on moving day, when they realized what that meant. They had been in this house for 3 years. "Just take your stuff and get out quickly," Joanna demanded. I had reached my limit and finally burst out laughing. She truly didn't understand what no division of property meant. Just because she'd been living in the house for a few years, she thought it was hers? You must be joking. Hey, you're not really planning to take everything, are you? Joanna, perhaps panicked by my attitude, lowered her voice to check with me. Meanwhile, the movers continued steadily transporting the furniture. "Don't worry," I replied. "The only memories of living with you I'll leave behind." At that, Joanna ran to the study in a panic. I always kept copies of receipts there, so she must have gone to check which pieces of furniture were being taken. But her search was in vain. There wasn't a single piece of her furniture or appliances in this house. Joanna had inherited the house from her parents, who owned it as a rental property. Not wanting to spend on personal items, she had furnished it with second-hand furniture and appliances. When we got married, she disposed of all the furniture she had, so I bought everything. Naturally, as an interior coordinator, I chose luxurious, famous brand items and carefully arranged them for a visually pleasing atmosphere. The upscale furniture made the house look opulent, far from its second-hand origins, even if I say so myself. Liam, Joanna's affair partner, couldn't help but be enchanted as he looked around. Joanna returned with a pale face as the movers were finishing up, leaving not a speck of dust behind. "This is terrible," Liam cried. "I can't believe this is happening." A worker looked around the house and asked with concern, "The house is empty now. Are you sure this is okay?" "Yes," I replied. "Since I'm moving out, I'm taking everything I bought with my own money. Please deliver it to my parents' new address." The movers loaded the last items and drove off briskly. "Hey! I didn't hear about this. What are you going to do?" Liam continued to yell, but then a car pulled up, catching Joanna off guard. "Wait. Who's coming now? What are you plotting?" she demanded, looking utterly bewildered. "Karen, it's been a while. Is it true you're giving me the wallpaper?"